What if I told you the land that feeds America no longer belongs to the farmers? What if the same investors who crashed Wall Street are now buying your food supply? Across America, small farmers are going bankrupt, while billion-dollar firms buy the soil beneath their feet. This is how America's farmland became the next financial bubble. Over the last year, farmers across the United States have been raising the alarm. They're drowning in record debt, crushed by tariffs, and losing their land to corporate giants. What started as a rural financial crisis is quietly turning into one of the biggest land grabs in modern American history. The numbers are brutal. Agricultural debt is at an all-time high. Costs for seeds, fertilizer, and fuel are skyrocketing. And global trade wars have cut off markets that used to buy nearly 20% of America's crops. This year alone, bankruptcies among farmers have spiked to their highest level in over a decade. And now, the same farmers who feed the country are asking for bailouts just to survive. Politicians love to talk about family farms, the idea of honest, small-town families feeding the nation. But the truth? 86% of farms are labeled family farms, yet most of them earn less than $350,000 a year. Together, they produce only 17% of America's food. The real production and the real power yet lies with massive operations worth millions, and increasingly with institutional investors. Many farmers were counting on government programs to keep them afloat: grants, subsidies, and insurance aid. But this year, thousands of those programs were quietly frozen. Over 30,000 contracts worth billions of dollars have been put on hold indefinitely. The money isn't gone. It's just delayed. And in that delay, small farms are collapsing, while large corporations simply wait and buy what's left. The crisis isn't just financial, it's human. Farms are running out of workers. 70% of agricultural labor investigations reveal wage violations. Young Americans don't want to pick fruit for less than minimum wage. And tighter immigration policies have cut off the cheap labor the industry secretly depends on. So, fields stay empty, crops rot, and profits vanish. As small farmers struggle, Wall Street smells opportunity. Platforms like AcreTrader and FarmTogether now let investors buy shares of farmland, turning America's heartland into a speculative asset class. Hedge funds and billionaires now own hundreds of thousands of acres. They don't care about crops, they care about appreciation. Because farmland is the new gold. Between 2019 and 2023, just 7% of farmers received 63% of all government support. The richer farms get bailouts and insurance. The smaller ones get silence. Every time the government steps in to save farmers, it actually helps the biggest players consolidate even more land, fewer farms, bigger farms, and each new crisis just accelerates the cycle. America's farmland is no longer just about feeding people. It's about feeding profit. In the next decade, experts predict millions of acres will change hands, from families to financial institutions. The question is no longer who will feed us. It's who will own the land beneath our food. Because in the end, you can't eat the moral high ground. Follow Montory for more untold realities shaping our world.